Hey guys, been flying the bf109g2 lately. I just want to give my thoughts on it compared to something like the p51d10, which is another pretty solid American 4.3. So right off the bat, I think the G2 is kind of the opposite energy fighter compared to the D10. So whereas the D10 has very high top speed, has good energy generation, especially in a straight line or even in a split S, but has relatively weak energy retention and has weaker climb, whereas the G2 has better energy retention but worse energy generation but a better climb. Oh, and also it's a bit slower, and you can actually really notice that, like the speed difference, it is a lot. And then also the G2 tends to brick up a lot, no, especially in high speeds, whereas in the P51, the faster you go, the more maneuverable you are. So here there's a dogfight I did a while ago with like several 109 G2s. I think maybe those are G6, I can remember. You can see here I am like really easily just outrating this guy. I have him by the balls. So you can see like the P51's high speed maneuverability really shining here. I'm going like 450, like 470 kilometers per hour, and then I can basically just like I basically just have him by the balls. And then also when it comes to reversals, the P51 is like really maneuverable at like 600 kilometers per hour, and like you can really get that first turn in. But then, like in a sustained fight, I think the 109G2 does beat the P51D10 just because of how much more energy it retains and like how much better it turns at like 300 kilometers per hour, 200 kilometers per hour, like something like that. Yeah. But then I won't talk about the P51 too much. It's still a 109 video. And then like there are lots of times when flying the 109 where I wish I had a P51, but then there are other times when I'm flying the P51 where I wish I had the 109. So like it's kind of contrasting energy fighting styles, you know? And so over here we got some gameplay footage. We got our teammates setting us over here with the Typhoon, except my aim is actually so trash that it doesn't even hit anything. Um, and I kind of want to talk about the guns a bit. So 109G2, it has I think 7.9s, and then the 20 millimeter. And so I find that it is quite underwhelming sometimes. I think that the past update might have screwed around with the meningoshots a bit. Is that how you say meningoshots? Might have screwed around with the meningoshots a bit, and that might be like the main thing that's going on. I do get quite a bit of pilot snipes, but then like it's not really airframe damage, so I can't tell if it's like the machine gun rounds hitting the cockpit. I'm using stealth belts for the cannons because first round Menendez shots, it has good bullet velocity, and so like the entire belt has the highest bullet velocity out of the rest. So yeah, that's why I'm using it. Compared to some of the other prop guns, I think this is actually one of my least favorites. I'd rather have the 4 Hispano setup or maybe even the 650 cals, or you know, maybe even the Schwacks. Well, I mean the Schwacks are insanely good, so I don't know why I'm saying maybe even. They're like the best prop guns around right now. Over here is just my aim being horrible. I haven't played quite well. I got a hit, and it's just you can kind of see like the 20 millimeters being kind of inconsistent with the damage. So I actually haven't played in quite a while. I think I took like a 2 or 3 month break from this game, and I'm just being absolutely railed in ARB. You know, like I'm letting everybody out of my six. My game sense kind of sucks. Over here, I'm just kind of flailing around, hoping to not let the fuck wolf hit me, and I'm gonna go in for like a kind of a cheeky reversal. I'm just like flailing around a bit, trying to get a thin profile for his guns. And then over here, I kind of drop throttle a little bit. I get the flaps out, and I start turning in front of him because I'm a fucking retard. And then I start going vertical because I see that he is dropping a lot of throttle. I see that like I'm going around 300, he's going even slower. So I start going vertical and I try to get the lead shot pull in. I don't get the shot over here, but its Scott is really neutral, and I see him like completely stalled out. So I just go vertical again, and then he will basically have no chance. Even if my engine is orange or yellow, Like the 109 just it's still really good at these verticals. It has a pretty good lift at low speeds. Oh, my teammate's coming in. No, let me kill him. I just gotta kill him. Yeah, I got the kill for revenge. Anyways, so here's some classic 109 energy fighting. Um, yeah, nothing too special over here. It's just me on top of Zero. Zero's coming up, so I go up as well to it's a classic energy trap. He stalls under me and I just flop around. Instead, he actually disengages and he does a split S to try to dodge my guns, and he does. And so I just disengage and I go in for another round. He turns around and he starts going vertical for me, and so I just keep the vertical up again. He is going to stall before me and he's going to stall under me, and I can just take out the flaps and I can go back down. And after this fight, I get ganged up on like 2 different unspotted planes and I fucking die. But then like this could be a nice opportunity to talk about the fuck ass spotting system. So you see those tracers coming for me? Yeah, I see them too. So I start looking around. I say, what the fuck is shooting at me? And I look at the minimap and I see, oh, key 43 unspotted. Like, and then during the dogfight, okay, I see more tracers coming for me. Oh, VB10C. You can tell by their flashing name tag that they just appeared like, what, fucking like 1 kilometer away? Like, what the shit? And I think like a good, what, 70% of my death in this plane is from unspotted enemies materializing from 2 kilometers away on their way to fucking raw dog me. It's only like during a fucking dogfight, you know? So yeah. And then over here, there's me dogfighting a p51d10. The d5 is actually really slow in this clip. He just finished climbing, I think, and you can see by their you can see by, like, the contrails. Well, they're not contrails. They're like wingtip vapors, I guess. You can tell by the vapors that he is really slow, around like 200 to 300 kilometers per hour, and you can see him just drifting like away from his flight path. So you can just really tell he's going like 200 kilometers over there. And at those speeds, the 109 can really get the like upper hand there. And then over here, we have a 109g2 versus Yak 3 reversal. The clip is sped up a bit because my game was running 20 FPS for some reason. I sped it up by like 1.4 times to so that it's not like irate for you guys. And then anyways, into the merge over here, I start cutting throttle a bit, get those flaps out. I'm pulling a bit of lag. I'm trying to play this like kind of slow, I guess. Um, I'm just trying to like lose as much speed for positioning as possible. He goes up because he's realizing. Oh, wait, no, he doesn't go up yet. Like later in the fight. Now I think, yeah, now he starts going up because he realized that I reversed him. He overshoots and that he thinks that I am a lot slower than him. But in reality, the 109 like it can do pretty good at like 200 kilometers per hour. If I were in like a P51 for this fight, I think that I would not have been able to pull in for that shot. But although my first turn would have been much more aggressive, and he probably would have overshot much sooner than he did in my compared to my 109. And so, general thoughts for this plane. I think that compared to P51d10, it is much more competitive in the ARB meta. It is much more forgiving for mistakes than the P51Ds, just because of how badly P51Ds perform at low speeds. And it just has better energy retention. It has better climb, which is much more friendly to the current meta, so you don't need to spend like 10 minutes side climbing. Uh, and I guess its guns could be a bit more beginner friendly since they tend to kill whatever you shoot at. And yeah, that's about it. See ya.